All right, welcome. In this explainer, we're going to be cracking open a fantastic guide from Mzansi magazine. We're going to see what it really takes to turn a passion for poultry into a business that actually works, whether you're starting in your backyard or dreaming bigger.
So let's just jump right in. Have you ever been out in your yard watching some chickens peck around and had that little thought, hey, could this actually be a business? If you have, you're definitely not alone. And look, the guide makes it super clear. This isn't just some cute, quaint idea. We're talking about a real economic opportunity here, thanks to the growing demand for poultry all over the world. But, and this is a big but, just loving chickens isn't going to cut it. It's a great start, for sure, but it's not the whole recipe for success.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, the very first step, the one that sets the stage for everything else, is a huge decision you have to make before you even think about buying your first chick.
And here it is, the big fork in the road. Are you going to be in the egg game or the meat game? You've got your layers, which, just like the name says, are the egg-laying superstars, bred for reliability. Then you've got broilers, and they're all about growing quickly for meat production. It sounds simple, but honestly, this one choice dictates your entire path forward.
All right, so you've picked your lane, eggs or meat. Now what? Well, now we have to draw the map. This is the part where we move from a cool idea to a rock-solid plan. It's where things start to get really serious.
And the guide really hammers this home. Think of your business plan less like some boring document you have to write up, and more like your own personal GPS. It is the roadmap that's going to guide every single turn you make.
So what exactly goes into this roadmap? Well, here are the 6 key stops. You've got your big picture executive summary. You need to analyze the market. Who are your customers, your competitors? Then, how are you going to reach them? That's your marketing plan. Of course, the numbers have to work, so you need financial projections. Who's on your team? And maybe most importantly, you have to think about what could go wrong. We're talking risk analysis, things like disease or sudden price drops.
Okay, plans in hand. Now for the really exciting part. We're moving from spreadsheets and documents to dirt and structures. It's time to actually build the physical home for your entire operation. First things first, you gotta pick the right bird for the job. And it's not just about eggs or meat anymore. You have to think about how fast they grow, how tough they are against diseases, and, this is a big one, can they handle your local climate? Trust me, putting the wrong breed in the wrong environment is a recipe for disaster. And just as important as the what is the where. I mean, your farm's location is everything. Can you get supplies in and out easily? Do you have reliable water and power? Is the climate right for the birds? And don't ever forget this, are you even allowed to farm there? You've got to check that local zoning. All right, the farm is built. Now we get to the living, breathing part of the business, managing your flock. This is the day in, day out work that is the absolute heartbeat of your operation. And there's a huge word you're going to hear a lot, biosecurity. It sounds complicated, but really it's pretty simple. Think of it like a security bubble for your chickens. It's all the strict steps you take to keep nasty diseases out and to stop them from spreading if one does sneak in. So what does that daily care actually look like? Well, the guide gives us a great checklist. You've got to provide good, balanced food and tons of clean water. Those are the basics. Then there's a strict vaccination schedule, keeping their housing super clean and having a vet you can call. And listen, these aren't just nice-to-haves. They are absolute non-negotiables. Okay, your flock is happy and healthy. Fantastic. But how do we turn all that hard work into actual profit? Let's talk about getting your products from the farm to the market. And you've got options. You're not just stuck selling one way. You could sell to local restaurants or maybe big supermarkets. You can sell directly to people at a farmer's market or find some niche specialty shops. Each one has its pros and cons, right? Selling direct might get you a better price, but a supermarket means moving a lot of product at once. The smart play? Don't put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Diversify. Look, having the best eggs or meat in town is great, but if you're not managing your money, your business is going to fail. It's that simple. You need a detailed budget. You have to track every single cent coming in and going out. You need a long-term plan, and you have to stay on the right side of the tax man. This stuff is just as important as feeding your chickens. All right, we're rounding the final turn. And let's be real for a second. This journey isn't always going to be a smooth ride. So it's super important to know what challenges you might face and, how to deal with them when they pop up. And one of the things I love about this guide is that it doesn't shy away from the hard stuff. It asks the tough questions head on. So what are the biggest things that can trip you up in this business? Okay, here are the big four. Disease outbreaks. We talked about biosecurity, and this is exactly why it's so vital. Then you have market prices, which can go up and down like crazy for feed and for your products. You've also got competition. And finally, you have to keep up with all the food safety regulations. Just knowing these are out there is half the battle.
So, after hearing all of that, is this really for you? This is kind of a final gut check, a moment to be really honest with yourself. Do you have what you need? Like the land, the money, the time? And do you have what it takes? The planning skills, a genuine passion, and a real willingness to put in the hard daily grind? And that really brings us to the core message of the guide. This can be an incredibly gratifying path to take, but success isn't just going to happen to you. It's earned. It's earned through perseverance, meticulous planning, and an unwavering commitment to doing things the right way, ethically and responsibly. So there you have it, the complete blueprint. From that first little spark of an idea all the way to a successful business. The path is laid out. Now there's really only one question left to ask, and this one's for you. What's your first step going to be?